Hello, gamers and geeks, and welcome to another tabletop roleplay session via Discord. And yeah, it's called Blood Feud. It is homebrewed, and it's a lot of fun. And yeah, come find us in the Games and Geekery Discord server if you want to join us. But first, would the players like to introduce us to their characters?
Hi, I'm Zane. I play Rika, the wizard artificer. I'm the player with a 6 intelligence playing a character with a 20. I shall nominate Amanda,
who is playing Scarlet.
Never prepared. Thank you.
Just a quick reminder there.
See, I'm never prepared because I can never remember who I play, so I wait for Anthony to be like, okay, there's Scarlet left, and then I pull up my sheet and get prepared. Because I don't want to ask who I play because, you know, I should know, but I have 4.5 kids. Plus Rob.
4.5 kids.
Stepdaughter.
Oh, okay.
I have to say it that way because it'd confuse the shit out of you.
I thought you meant your youngest was a half-child.
Well, that too, because Phoebe's a full-grown pain in the butt.
You've just got a pair of legs running around the house.
That's Christopher.
Okay.
My name is Scarlet. I play the Magma Mephit Barbarian.
Mm-hmm. Yes, you do. Who's next? Who's next?
Hi, I play Night Watch. I'm a Twilight Warforged cleric of Suna, and I have my daughter Marceline with me. I'm cold.
I'm cold? Yes, she would be. Yeah.
I can go next.
Go for it.
I am Rob. I play Malrock Doomrider, the Goliath Paladin. Sorcerer Paladin.
Mm-hmm.
And next level, I'll be a Warlock, too.
Mm-hmm. Okay. So that leaves Blood Dancer and Kiza left to introduce themselves.
Can I go?
Yeah.
Hello, I play Blood Dancer, the sassy half-elf, half-orc, who is also bloomin' freezing. And he's going to make sure everybody knows about it. He's also a bard warlock.
And I guess that leaves me. I play Kiza, the Hexblood fighter.
Yeah.
Cool.
There he is. And yeah, what happened last time we played? Say as much as you remember. It's fine.
We woke up.
Mm-hmm.
We woke up in the inn, and somebody was getting served breakfast, but anybody else who tried to eat breakfast was told off by the innkeeper because, well, reasons.
Because she only had eyes for him.
Yeah, pretty much. And then it was decided that we were going to go ahead and head off to the creepy, dark, stormy mountain area to see about the strange goings on there. But before we could get out of town,
let's go to
somehow we got distracted.
Yes.
We somehow we got distracted by a ring that the innkeeper was wearing that had a specific design upon it.
Mm-hmm.
Tying them to a semi-famous shopkeeper, depending on the time frames.
Mhm.
But most people don't. I'm pretty sure most people didn't figure out what it was supposed, or
Yeah, you're the one who twigged that it was brass.
yeah, yep. The person who is one of the only people who's actually dealt with him in character in this campaign twigged that it was his thing. And said, "Leave the ring alone. It doesn't concern us right now. Let's go." And then we met a little old lady outside of a cottage or a farm, a sheep farm, who's apparently the granddaughter of
Descendant of Greta.
yeah, the descendant of Greta.
Descendant of Greta Faywell.
And as much as one of us wanted to chop them into itty bitty bits because that family line needs to end, they weren't allowed to.
Just because her grandmother was a psychopath doesn't make her a psychopath.
Yes, it does. Mental illness runs in families.
Sometimes with machetes.
The sins of the father shall not be visited upon the son.
Uh-huh.
In this case, mother, but still.
Yes. Mother.
No. See, it's the sins of the father shall be.
No. No. Give up.
I mean, dishonor upon your entire family line. I shall kill you here, and I shall go forward and kill any of your descendants, and I shall travel back in time and kill your ancestors too.
Yeah, you give her a shit ton of gold instead.
And dishonor on your cows.
We absolutely broke the economy.
Yeah.
Congratulations on that. That's gonna end well for someone.
Like only
Look, she's old, and she'll probably maybe give it to a descendant, to her granddaughter or something, who might not be evil, hopefully.
You gave enough money to buy entire kingdoms at this point in time.
You could at very least have bought the farm from her.
What the hell?
Where am I going to get a sheep?
Uh,
Actually, never mind. I might need this sheep if stuff doesn't turn out well for us.
150 years in the future, it might not be a sheep farm.
I'm
What
back from phone call. What I miss?
we're just, and then we started climbing the mountain,
Yes.
and
You didn't miss
made it to the peaks,
Yup.
and were attacked by some decaying bird monsters.
Yep.
We killed quite a few of them.
Yep.
Pretty sure a couple of the. Well, I think I killed 2, but that being besides the point.
This is true. Okay. There were as many of them as there were
One
of you.
each, and
and they all
And
died.
then- yep, but some of them will come back, I'm sure.
Oh yeah, well they are undead, so you know, like death is more
Yeah.
a suggestion than a rule.
Unless you have magics that prevent them from coming back. But yeah, we killed a couple things, but in the fight, Malrock was flung off the side of the mountain, and Blood Dancer and Rika went chasing after her or something like that.
Mhm.
And they ran into something big and scary. And I don't exactly know what happened at that point because I'm pretty sure there was a conversation, but I don't know how it went because, unfortunately, during that particular point, I had passed out.
Yeah. So this dark, menacing moment of the game that should have been like your heart should have been in your throat for it was so boring that you fell asleep.
I'm gonna say it again. I wasn't feeling my best, and my body finally said, "Enough is enough."
I'm teasing.
Well,
Yeah, there was. Okay, if you want to tell it, Rika, go for it.
you can if you want. So,
You had something. Go for it.
okay. Well, Rika decided to dive down with. You were missing. Scarlet also came with us. We went down. I communicated with Falrak, going, "Hey, hold tight. We're coming for you." And during the travel down, a voice spoke in our head, and it was in our timeline. It's an old Wendi-go, but here it appears to be death. Rika decided to badmouth death. Falrak argued for for our safety, and Blood Dancer tried multiple times and multiple failures to convince them to let us go. Before I finally came down to make a pact with me and I'll let you go.
Mm-hmm.
And so Blood Dancer is now a new subclass of Warlock, I believe.
Mm-hmm.
And Valrock will be leveling up in a Warlock Pact of the Undying.
Undead.
And they let us go. Me and Scarlet got out scot-free, even though we probably were the ones I should have been the one to die. Scarlet
They should have made an example of you, but the others vouched for you, so...
And Scarlet the player got too busy during the time to actually RP anything. Then we made it back up. The party asked what happened. Rika explained it in a terrible way. Going, yeah, we met the old Wendi-go and she was a real bitch.
Mm-hmm.
And it was at that point we decided to end the session.
Mm-hmm. So yeah, you're up on the mountaintop. By the way, the air is kind of thin up here. The only person who is completely unbothered by that would be Malrock.
Night Watch would be as well, since she doesn't need to breathe.
Oh, right, yeah. Yeah, anybody who doesn't need to breathe or is, in fact, a... what's it called again? A Goliath. It's fine.
Yeah.
It's one of your racial abilities that you are unbothered by thin atmosphere from high altitude. And the cold.
It doesn't come up often.
No. Yeah, it's one of the lesser used racial abilities of paladins because, yeah, very situational.
Yeah, not many people like to use the terrain thing.
No. Extreme
climates.
Which is why
That's
Rangers didn't get much love before they were fixed. But it's actually in this one. So, it's also very cold. So, as you are walking towards because as you might imagine, where the walk across the mountain peaks is difficult terrain. It's frickin' freezing. There are strong winds blowing ice crystals at you pretty much constantly blowing away any body heat that you might be building up. It sucks. So I want you all to make a Constitution saving throw. Unless you're immune to cold or don't have to breathe.
Angie, my laptop went bonkers on me.
You want me to tell you
Yeah, please.
you have a +9.
Is that an or you don't need to breathe and can feel cold, or is it just one or the other?
So, I just need to say, my mom's a terrible person.
Okay, why?
She came in and said, see how soft this moisturizer is on my arm, and I rub it. She flips her arm over after she rubbed it and reveals it's covered in glitter.
Okay. Okay, that was worth the interruption. Anyway, okay, so Night Watch, you don't have to breathe, so you don't have any risk of suffocating. But the cold does affect you.
Okay, so I'll roll for myself and Marceline.
Yes. Likewise, Rob, the cold and the cold's not going to bother you as much. You got a nat 20 anyway, so you're fine. Shouldn't the creature of fire have advantage? Actually, I think you'll find that methods are vulnerable to their opposite elements. So, yeah, double check. But let me check the monster manual because I don't see it on the character sheet. What, it gives you an idea that she's vulnerable to cold?
No, Danger Noodle has decent con. Even if she's vulnerable, she's still got decent con.
Oh, okay.
So I was wondering if she could... Never mind. If she could try and go big mode and try and cover the party somewhat with her wings.
Do you have feathery wings?
She has butterfly wings, so they're quite...
They're not gonna be very insulating, are they?
No.
And okay, because you did get me thinking. Because there is, I think it's one of the wading birds will actually pick up and carry their children in their wings. So you see them walking around the wetlands with these legs sticking out from under their wings, which is kind of cute. But maybe if you could have embiggened yourself enough, you could have wrapped the entire party in your wings.
Wait, I've got a second idea.
Okay.
She does have butterfly wings, so she can put them up, kind of like a teepee, and perhaps she can carry some of the party on her back. She does have a saddle.
Okay. Has everybody rolled con yet? Rolled their con save yet?
I have.
I think we have.
Because, alright, let me double check. Because I got distracted.
Yep.
Alright, so Rika got a 14. Mello got a 26. Oh dear. Scarlet got a nat 1.
Yeah, that's why I tried to argue.
Yeah, no, unfortunately, she's struggling to stay fiery right now. If you can get her insulated from the cold, she might be able to help warm the rest of you, but as long as she's in the blasting wind, she's suffering. Kiza got a 12. Oof. Blood Dancer got a 22.
I was thinking.
Go on.
I forgot something. Given the fact that we're all freezing, and I'm guessing we're all probably trying to walk as close together as possible, that should boost mine up to a 15 because I would get Malrock's bonus from his auras.
That's a good point. Everybody would probably have Malrock's aura boost. So that's a...
it's his charisma.
It's +3.
+3 bonus.
Okay, so that would bring Scarlet up to a 13. Rika's up to a 17. Keys is up to a 15. Marcelin's up to an 13. Nightwatch to an 18. Holy shit, 34? Who's got it?
The dragon. The dragon.
Okay. The dragon's got a 21 constitution modifier.
Yeah, it's nuts.
Okay. So, let's see. I think Marcy and Scarlet are still going to feel it.
That's why I'll take and walk in the front of everyone so that I can somewhat shield the wind.
Aye. So.
Would the ring of absorb elements help her, or at least resist some of it?
Ooh, yeah, I'll allow that.
Would protection of energy help?
Protection from energy?
Yes.
Let's have a look.
So either that, or if I'm able to move the wall of fire, I'll just use wall of fire and walk behind it.
Yeah, unfortunately not. It has to be a wall, not a shield. Okay, you can use protection of energy to make one willing creature resistant to cold. So, since Marceline is getting the damage halved by her ring, and she also would be vulnerable to the cold because she's a plant, it might be a good idea for you to gently touch the suffering Scarlet, because you would see her flames guttering in the cold, you know?
Yeah, I'll be using it on Scarlet so that she has some cold protection.
Okay. So Marcy and Scarlet each take 4. In fact, fuck it, everybody takes 4 points of cold damage because... Yeah. Let me think about this. So for everyone else, actually, it would have been 4, but then halved to 2 because you passed. Alright. So, yeah. Everyone else takes 2. Marcy and Scarlet take 4 points of cold damage. But of course, this is still an issue. And as you continue to walk, it's going to continue to be a problem. So you're going to have to make those con saves again very soon. unless you come up with a plan.
I don't think I have any spells that last long enough.
William's tiny hut.
Yeah.
That doesn't move, though.
I'm sorry?
It doesn't move, though, so we wouldn't be traveling.
This is true. That could be a problem.
Let's see.
Some of you can fly, which does negate the difficult terrain somewhat.
Can Malra cast like a wall of fire, but have it be like a line towards where we want to go, so we can follow along? Yeah.
Oh, that's an interesting idea. Rather than trying to have the wall move with you, just cast it along the path, and obviously have the damaging side facing away from you, but have the heat be enough to shield you from the wind if you use it as a you could use it as a windbreak and a way to keep warm. That's genius. I believe that's only going to help you for the next 60 feet, though.
I have an idea.
Go on.
What if I cast Fire Shield on myself? It should produce warmth.
Fire shield. Grants you resistance to cold damage.
Mm.
In addition, any creature within 5 feet of you hits with a melee attack erupts with flames. So yes, it would give off heat also. Let me just check how long you can make the wall with wall of fire.
Yeah, 60 feet is a good distance, but we're also climbing a mountain, so I don't know how long.
60 feet. Well, most of you have a 30-foot walking speed. So, difficult terrain would half that, of course. But that would still, in 4 rounds, in a total of 24 seconds, you'd be putting the wall behind you. And it's a little bit too high level to keep spamming it, right?
Yeah.
But I do like the idea. Just wish there was a way to make it work.
Let's see.
Tell you what. This specifically says making it 20 feet high. You could make it shorter and longer if you want. So if you go 10 foot high, it would be 120 feet long. If you want to make it only 5 foot high, that'd be 240 feet long.
And what is everybody's opinion on that?
First, would probably ask, how far away is the castle?
Yeah. It's a bit further than 240 feet. A bit.
I also don't want Malak to waste all his spell slots.
And that is just Malrock, or does Nightwatch also have that spell?
What's the spell?
The Wall of Fire.
I don't have that, but I
don't.
do have Holy Aura, which does give us advantage on saving throws, so maybe that could be helpful for us.
Wait. I just saw something else in your spell list that might at least mitigate the damage, if I remember what it does correctly.
How do you tell?
Damn it. No, the last Wall of Fire too. The Aura of Life. Let me look it up in the book. Aura of Life. So, concentration up to 10 minutes. Life-preserving energy radiates from you in an aura with a 30-foot radius. Until the spell ends, the area moves with you, centered on you. Each non-hostile creature in the area, including yourself, has resistance to necrotic damage, and its hit point maximum can't be reduced. This is the bit. In addition, living creatures regain 1 hit point when it starts its turn in the aura. Oh, with 0 hit points. Never mind. I thought it was gonna... Nah.
But I did remember I do have the one of my Twilight cleric abilities. If I do my Channel Divinity, it actually would make a thing where I give out temporary HP.
How long?
Twilight Sanctuary.
Yes.
Those in the space gain 1d6 plus your cleric level of temp HP. Yeah, I think it's just it's not every turn though, is it? It's just a one-off, right?
No, it's yeah, but we're gonna be like losing damage every time we're in the snow, so theoretically we gain temporary HP every turn.
It lasts 1 minute.
Okay, cool. Well, that still help.
Yeah.
Still helps. Every little helps.
Wait, can we see the castle from here?
You can, but not all the time because visibility sucks.
Yeah. I think this would wither us down way too much. Can we see at the point we are at right now?
Can you see what?
The castle. Where we're at right now, can we see the castle?
Yes, you can see it.
The best choice would be I cast teleport.
Ooh, okay.
It would get us there.
I was going to suggest doing that and at least take the vulnerable ones.
I think you can carry up to... I think it can be up to 8 willing creatures. So, I think you could include everybody, right?
Yeah, I can.
So, familiarity, so...
Very familiar.
I would say you've seen it casually. You're not very familiar with the area.
Very familiar says a place you can see when you cast the spell.
Okay. A place you've casually or a place you can see when you cast the spell. Okay. Fair. Alright. Roll the D100. $37 is what?
It's a pass.
So you all go... Yeah. You are now shivering in the cold right next to the fortress walls.
Okay, guys. I got us here.
Oh, thank you so much. I could kiss you, says Blood Dancer. I'm not going to, but I could.
Maslin says, yay! Okay.
Now the question is, what are we doing here again?
A voice from the top
I don't know.
A voice from the parapet shouts out, I could ask you the same thing.
I came here to learn about the focusing of darkness in the mountain, and we were told that this fortress holds basically the people who stop the darkness from expanding.
I look up at who said that. But I could ask you the same thing.
You look at what?
I look up at the voice that yelled at us.
Yeah, it's a guy in a conical helmet. Um, So, yes, we keep the, oh, someone else had the same idea. Yes, we keep the dead things at bay, the shadow creatures. We are the last bulwark between humanity and doom.
Insight.
Yeah, go for it. There's something a little bit sus about his practiced pronouncement. Like it sounds like a performance. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Scripted.
Yeah.
Good sir, which organization are you with?
We are the Hellsingers. We are the doom of the dreadful. We are what the monsters fear.
You don't look that scary.
Come up here and say that.
Well, open the door then.
Is he lying?
Pretty please, with sugar on top. Can I roll persuasion?
Yeah, let me answer Nightwatcher's question first. He's, again, it's not a lie, but it is an embellishment.
Oh, they do it. They just don't do a good job.
Vika slowly floats to him. Okay, while he's floating. So, Blood Dancer says, "Pretty please," and the guy goes, "Ah, all right, maybe we can let you in. I'll have to talk to somebody about that, though." And he disappears from the battlements, or is going to, but then Rika floats up, and
He said, "Come up here and say that to my face."
yeah. So he was going to go talk to somebody about letting you in, but now he's standing firm, holding his halberd up.
I look at him at a closer look and say, "Yep, not that scary," and I go back down.
Well, you got a funny chin. Yeah.
It is perfectly sculpted to how I like, I'll have you know.
By the light of Sakar, let us in.
It's freezing out here, you bitch!
The, elsewhere, you hear, wood creaking and chains, moving.
direction.
Want to make a perception check, see if you can figure that out.
I want to, but I don't have a good perception.
I'm presuming everybody would be wanting to find the way in.
Yes.
Holy shit. Okay, Malrock and Nightwatch know exactly where the sound is coming from.
What's my bonus, Anthony?
Oh shit, yeah, yours is still fucking up. Your perception is a +9. Okay, yeah. So it looks like Nightwatch, Malrock, and Kiza are already marching towards the sound of the door sliding, opening, heading slightly down the slope. Do the rest of you follow?
Wait for us!
Rika follows, like, don't leave me out here in the cold!
Okay. As you round the front of the fortress, which appears to be facing the Frostlands, away from the fucking, hole.
Yeah.
You see a gatehouse that has steps carved into the stone leading up to it, and running from the gatehouse to the main door, a drawbridge has been lowered.
That's nice of them.
It appears the portcullises have also been raised.
Struts.
Seems like we're being invited in. Might as well go inside and greet our new hosts.
Mm-hmm. So Malrock, if you do look down the mountain towards the Frostlands, you'd see something that that you wouldn't have seen in your own timeline. Frost giants. But there's something off about them.
Oh no. Are they what are they called? Eternals?
No, it's not those type of frost giants. It's more the huge, lumbering zombie variety.
Oh,
I don't like that.
I didn't think you would. And anyway, trot across the drawbridge. And you hear a tiny hiss from Noodle. You probably discuss with the leader here. Yeah. You see as you enter as you pass under the portcullis, that there are small honor guard of these Hellsinger warriors standing either side of the path, well, basically forming a path that leads you to the main keep.
Rika's still riding on his broom, hands in pocket, like, at least the wind's died down a bit.
Well, you're behind the walls now, so yeah.
Yeah. That's what I mean.
The warriors all have, like, they're wearing armor, but they also have layers of furs underneath. I was about to panic that the Wendi-go would be able to observe me, but the pact isn't technically complete until you have the warlock level. This is true. So anyway, I'm assuming you follow the path given to you. And
Yep.
Okay, go in the building. Another pair of soldiers direct you to the main hall, where there is a table laid out with some meager fare and a fire going, and at the far end of the table is a slightly overweight, grizzled looking, presumably commander. Welcome. We don't get many guests in this part of the world. Come sit. Tell me how you got here, and perhaps you've got some stories that will keep us entertained while we freeze our asses off, eh?
Rico is a bit suspicious of his hospitality, but we'll sit down. It's like, well, name's Rika. I brought us here through teleportation magic.
Why would you teleport here of all god-awful places? Where did you teleport from?
Down by the hole.
You're from the Shadowlands? He stands, draws his weapon, and...
No, we got there for a second.
No. Long story here. He kind of skipped over the beginning part and jumped right to near the end.
That's what he asked, though.
Let's start with we're not from this timeline.
Yeah.
Sir, we came from Scalbania. We have came here to fight evil.
Okay, I see what this is. You can go back and tell Braziel that we got this.
Who's that?
The Master of Scalpania.
Not the Count and Countess.
Those puppets. Okay, so you're completely clueless. Right. Maybe you are from a different world.
Yeah, we came from a very, very far away place. Let's just say that for simplicity's sake, and ended up in the court of Scalbania, and then we ended up getting our way out of there. Saw the darkness here, heard about you guys, and scaled the mountain.
Why?
Honestly, we were after one target, but we think it might have changed to the... What was her name again? I forget all that. She wasn't that important.
Are you talking about Selma or Grandma?
Who?
The death lady.
I don't remember the name, but it's, if I'm not mistaken, the Wendi-go.
It's, but I don't think she's the Wendi-go in this timeline.
Okay, in character, are your characters forgetting the name, or have you?
Rika doesn't know the name.
What? Okay.
Rika was bad-mouthing her. Why would he bother to remember her name?
Malrock, you would remember the name of Hula.
Okay, thank you. I kind of brain farted there.
Alright. So, once in character, would you actually bring that name up, or would you deliberately not?
No, I would call her by name.
How do you know that name? Says the commander.
That's another bit of a complication.
Well, in our timeline, she's a myth of a Wendi-go. Apparently here, she wants to act like a death god. She was pretty rude.
Act like a... They are the Lord of Shadow. They are the embodiment of the darkness that we keep at bay. They are death incarnate.
Okay, well, one of us accidentally ended up falling into the hole of darkness.
You have touched the darkness. And then you came here? Is anybody else
on the wrong foot? Maybe.
You're letting the two people who shouldn't talk.
Okay. We're here to help you guys because we can help y'all with the darkness and other future evils that we know about that's gonna come.
How can we trust you when you admit that you have gone into the darkness and come out unscathed? There's only one reason why you would come out of there alive.
Can I roll a deception and just say remarkably fast flying spell?
Go for it.
Deception. Yes, I have a +9.
Okay, good, because it's going to be a high DC, because you've already mentioned that you chatted with Hula. Oh, fuck. So you're telling me that you just flew in and out there?
Well, this Muppet fell in, and one of us had to jump in and fly him out before Hula could tear him to bits.
And yet you still know that name.
Oh, she
barely avoided the guy.
She screamed at me while I was cussing her out as I was taking this doofus out of the pit.
Who is this she you keep referring to?
I haven't seen...
Look, so I don't know as well.
Hula.
I don't know.
They think Hula's a girl for some reason.
Hula is genderless. How can something like that have anything?
Because it wants to.
If it creates the monstrosities, wouldn't it be fair to call it the mother of them? Therefore female.
Alright, I'm done with this shit. Whatever entertainment you were going to provide, I can't risk you corrupting the rest of my people. Roll initiative, folks.
Okay.
He draws his weapon. With a big-ass fucking sword.
Hey,
so do the rest
shit.
of them. Sorry?
How about a duel? You and me. If you beat me,
No, we're not doing this.
No. He just said everyone, so I
Yeah,
doubt he'd let 1v1 rule it.
Yeah, that's not going to work in this case because unless you actually have the spell, the compelled duel spell.
I wish, but I could. I was trying because I really don't want to wipe out this fucking place.
Nothing says we have to kill him. Just knock him out.
Oh, it's not just him.
Yeah. We can just knock them all out. No need to kill them.
Why does everything bad always happen around me?
Man to try and surrender him and then have his troops follow his orders.
I look at Melrock. Maybe next time we talk with a person of power, we should shut up. It doesn't end up well for the two of us.
Yeah, I was just trying to be honest. I was going to ask for their help killing Hula.
I know, but we don't. It always ends bad. It happened with the court as well.
You cannot kill what does not live.
Mister, number of things that I've killed that you cannot kill is the list is so long that it's starting to get really annoying. So don't tell us that we can't do something.
I'm a paladin that is the champion of Sakar. So, yes, I can kill some undead being.
It's not just an undead being. It is undeath.
So then where's Orcus?
Sorry?
So then where is Orcus?
What the fuck is Orcus?
Oh, this is not good.
So maybe some of the gods are sealed off like our timeline. Just different ones.
Oh, that sounds like it.
You bite your tongue calling him a god.
Yes, he's not one. That's very disrespectful. Oh.
Don't use
Is Orcus a god or is he a demon?
By presence.
He's a demon lord.
Sarika.
I thought Orcus achieved godhood like Vecna did. I guess I'm wrong.
Well, in a way,
out of character. He is worshipped by some as a death god. There are all of the demon lords from time to time are worshipped like gods, but they're cults really.
Yeah. Okay.
But yeah.
Yeah, to me it's just basically the demon equivalent of godhood.
Yeah.
So we got Rika on 21, the Commander on 20, Blood Dancer on 19. If you haven't rolled yet, please do. Oh, wait a minute. Maybe that... Okay, that 19 isn't their initiative, it's the 18 that's their initiative, right? Yeah. Okay. Scallard on 17. And Nightwatch and Marcy both on 14.
Yeah, but Marcy has a +2 for dex.
Yeah, so technically it's Marcy and then Nightwatch. Okay. And then Malrock on 12. Keys on 9. And the rest of the Hellsinger guards. On 6. Okay. Rika.
Okay.
You get to go first.
Well, that's right.
As you see the commander
Okay.
draw his sword.
Main bonus action. I'm going to cast Fizban's Platinum Shield, which gives me half cover, resistance to elements, and evasion.
Well, it's an official one. I just don't know what it does.
Gives me half cover. Well, it's 5 feet radius, and I move it as a bonus action on my turn. The creature has half cover if you're in it, resistance to acid, cold, fire, lightning, and poison, and gives you evasion.
That's ridiculous. Wow, you get all those benefits. That's nuts. Okay.
Yeah. And then with my main action, I'm going to cast Firebolt at the captain.
Okay, because it's a cantrip. Yes. That's a fucking critical. Okay.
I haven't used it all this campaign, and it really showed up.
Wow.
And you know what? To add to it, I'm going to use my book to knock him prone with this.
How much damage?
That spell is on the sorcerer list.
Holy fuck.
That's a lot of damage.
That is a lot of damage. So you did 50 points of damage to him and knocked him prone. Yes?
Yep.
Okay. The commander is going to stand up and say, "You claim to be not of this place. So, go back from whence you came." Could you make a charisma saving throw?
I can.
Bye-bye, Rika.
Bye-bye. Rika's like, take this. Oh, shit. Bye, guys.
Okay. Blood Dancer, what do you want to do?
I feel like the darkness spell would be very useful in this situation, but also might aggravate it if I'm not careful how I use it.
Okay. So what you gonna do? You don't... Wait.
Pardon?
I was reborn in the heaven area.
Did you... No, okay. No, I was just gonna have you go back to your other world. The one you came from.
Okay, give me a sec. There's a fire across the street.
Holy shit. Okay.
Oh,
Well, okay. We'll go back to Blood Dancer's turn.
Yeah.
Blood Dancer, what do you want to do?
Fluff. So
So-
banished.
He banished Rika. You don't know what happened to Rika. You don't know where Rika has gone to. But, you know, he said, go back to whence go back from whence you came.
Insight. Can I figure it out?
No, not from what's happened. on an adventure. No.
Well, for all we know, he's just trapped in that demi-plane
He could be,
temporarily.
he could be trapped in a harmless demi-plane. Either way, to get Rika back, you have to make this dude break concentration.
And he's gone back to his native place, in which we can't. If he goes...
If he maintains concentration for a whole minute, and he has gone to Elysium or somewhere else rather than a harmless demi-plane, he's gonna stay there unless he can find his own way back. So
okay,
you need to make the commander lose concentration to get your friend back.
Okay, then I am going to cast Spirit Shroud. Would you mind getting that up for me, Mr. DM?
The spell?
Yeah, Spirit Shroud, please.
Let's see if it'll let me bring that one up. No! Okay, I've got another way to do it. It's fine.
I can Google it.
Yeah, I'm pretty much doing the same thing. I have a resource here. Yay! Okay. Copy and paste. You call forth the spirits of the dead, which fled around you for the spell's duration. That's not going to convince him that you're not from the Shadowlands. Until the spell ends, any attack you make deals an extra 1d8 damage when you hit the creature within 10 feet of you. This damage is radiant, necrotic, or cold.
What about Guardian of Faith?
Alright. A large spectral guardian appears and hovers for the duration in an occupied space of your choice. The guardian occupies that space and is indistinct except for a gleaming sword and shield emblazoned with the symbol of your deity. Any creature hostile to you that moves to a space within 10 feet of the guardian must make a dex save. The creature takes 20 radiant damage on a failed save or half as much on a success. The guardian vanishes when it's dealt a total of 60 damage.
Okay, then I will cast Guardian of Faith. A spectral shield with the seal of his god, which is that cat lady, appears on it.
Okay. So you've got it's a shield with a picture of with an image of a sleek black cat on it. Okay.
Yeah.
And so the commander needs to make a dex save. +6 with advantage. 23. So he's going to take 10 points of damage, and he has to make a Constitution saving throw to maintain concentration. And yeah, he passes. He's still concentrating on banishment.
Well, Blood Dancer is going to mutter in a justicey voice. You dare cross that shield and you'll face the wrath of my god and my friends. trying to sound slightly noble-ish.
You don't understand. We are the last bulwark against the shadow. We will not allow your darkness to spread to the worlds beyond. We must destroy you, even if it means our death.
Darkness? My patron's a cat.
A black cat! Scarlet,
Cats aren't evil. It's literally just a cat.
Scarlet, it's your turn.
What's going on other than the cat? Because I want to pet the cat.
There is no actual cat. It's an image of a cat on a shield that is held by the guardian of faith that she summoned.
Well, that's not fair.
No, it's not at all.
I'm going to pet the shield.
You're going to pet the shield?
Yes.
Okay. To do so would bring you in proximity to the commander. While you're heading towards the shield to pet it, do you want to maybe attack the commander? Maybe?
Yeah, I'm just going to do more attack.
Or at least cast heat metal on him. Because you can do that once per day.
I'm just going to do my attack. Oh, I'll do the heat metal. What is that? I guess that'd, like, make it so that he can't hold his shield.
So, if you choose, for example, to cast it on his armor... Come on, computer. Alright, let's see if I can bring it up this way. Yay! Okay. So, you choose a metal object such as a metal weapon or a suit of heavy armor that you can see within range. You cause the object to glow red hot. Any creature in physical contact with the object takes 2d8 fire damage when you cast the spell. Until the spell ends, you can use a bonus action on each of your subsequent turns to cause this damage again. So yeah.
That's awesome. Yeah, I'm going to do that.
Alright. So, would you be so kind as to roll the 2d8 fire damage?
Roll what, sorry?
2d8, please.
Yes. The Discord thingy went all funky right when you said what to roll.
No worries. Discord's getting funky. Oh, that's disappointing. You do 3 points of damage to him, but his armor is... But that still triggers another con save, because I imagine having your suit of armor cooking you would be distracting. However, he does pass.
That's not fair.
Marcy!
Marceline is... She's very tired and cold, so she's gonna throw a temper tantrum and try to do, I guess, a persuasion to try and, like, tell the guards, like, I wanna fight! We're too cold, we just wanna fight evil!
And that's just... Okay, so roll performance.
Yeah.
Two. This tantrum is horrible. It's just... you know when you're out shopping and you can hear a kid just going off and it just completely ruins your vibe? That's what Marcy's doing.
But at least giving pause to the guards.
It's not the kind of tantrum that makes you sympathize with the child. It's the kind that makes you want to pick the child up and beat them against the wall until they stop.
No. Okay.
Nightwatch, it's your turn.
Can we please stop with the fighting? I am not here to fight. I am not here to cause evil. I am a cleric of Saluna. So I technically
The moon god
would be aligned with your guys' goals. Holy weapon from her. Shows off weapon. Can we please stop and talk like adults?
You might be a holy warrior, but there are some among your party who have been corrupted. They must be exterminated.
No shoots, Sherlock.
Just say they're on the path of redemption. They're also
Redemption. I'm trying my best to help these. Like,
Nightwatch, roll persuasion.
Okay.
Can Noodle inspire her?
No. If you gave her bad inspiration on your turn, that would be a different story.
I didn't roll for Noodle.
No.
Come on, nat 20, please.
Reeker's definitely correct. Oof.
I will roll for Noodle.
I'm sorry, my lady, but we can't risk it.
Okay, just don't hurt my child.
The green child?
Yes. She is mine. She's very tired.
The green child who is shrieking like a banshee right now. I might put a sword through her head just to stop that screaming.
What child do you know that's
Okay, Nightwatch is now very angry at this man. She's gonna cast Celestial.
She's gonna cast what?
She only has like a bonus action left, so she's gonna do special weapon, saying to him, "Don't you dare threaten my child."
Roll a hit with your celestial weapon. With your spiritual weapon. Yeah, Rika, your character's not gone. Noodle rolled a 16. For what? Oh, you mean Danger Noodle.
Yes. I'm going to stop her intervening, but she is definitely going to protect that child.
Okay, so yeah, the 25 definitely hits. And does 6 points of damage.
And
It's a warning shot, right?
can I just Nightwatch just to Terminator eyes as she stares this man for threatening her child. Lose intensifies.
Yeah. Melrock.
It is my turn now.
It is your turn now.
So I will tell him he has one chance to surrender or face me as I ready my halberd.
You don't understand. None of you understand. You are cursed. You are plagued by the touch of shadow. You must not be allowed to leave.
We came to end the shadow.
Roll persuasion. I mean, I suppose you could make it a deception roll if you... Oh, that's awful.
You.
I'm sorry.
Go ahead.
You might have come here with noble intent, but your souls are tainted. There is no other way. Ah, this fucking armor's hot.
You blind zealots never listen.
Malrock, do you have anything else up your sleeve, like a bonus action stuff?
I'm assuming that was my action then.
Yeah, sorry. You can quicken spell something.
No, I'm not. I'm still a fae. I just happen to serve a thing.
Oh, there we go. I will use Ensnaring Strike with Quicken Spell.
That I think Ensnaring Strike is already a bonus action that just charges your next shot.
I thought it was like a magic attack.
You're thinking of Entangle. Plant Growth might do something close to what you're aiming for.
Yeah,
You've also got Banishment on Wall of Fire available, so...
or Thunderclap.
Or Create Bonfire.
He's already on fire. Let's do something else. Yeah, let's go with Thunderclap.
Or Command.
This one.
Thunderclap. So you're going to turn around and clap your cheeks, right?
I didn't realize Rob took the oath of throwing it back.
You create a burst of thunderous sound, which can be heard 100 feet away. Each creature other than you within 5 feet of you must make a con save. So you're going to walk up to him and thunderclap.
Yeah.
Yeah. So he needs to make a con save. 9. So he's gonna take... What's your level now? 15. So that would be 3d6 thunder damage. Boom. 6. You didn't clap those cheeks hard enough. But he does... That does trigger another con save to maintain concentration. And he's still focused on banishing Rika. Okay. You keep trying. Kiza!
Bonus action Hex for his strength. And then I'm going to walk up, and I'm just going to go ahead and declare now that I am burning my action surge, and I'm attacking him 6 fucking times.
Oof. Alright.
Well, you are playing in the playroom, so you don't need to worry about it.
Miss, hit. Miss, hit. Miss, miss.
But that first hit...
In fact... Let's parry that second hit.
Okay. It still gives me a crit.
Okay. So you got 1 critical hit. It's not your fault. 38.
I will be re-rolling that one in 2. I really got to remember to put the whole thing in there.
Okay.
to re-roll the things less than 3.
Yep.
Oh God.
That's worse.
Not.
Isn't it?
Yeah. So it's 37.
Yeah.
God, but still.
Okay. So. The blackguard in the room step forward.
Anthony?
Yeah. Oh, you got it.
No, he still needs to make his con save.
Oh, yeah. Still passes.
Jesus fucking hell!
Thing will use a reaction to roll a d6 and minus what she gets.
It's
The
not.
cosmic omen ability.
Even on a D6, I don't think you'd make enough because
Never
Yeah.
mind.
the DC is 14.
Oh, it's not. The DC
Well,
is
half of the damage.
18. It's 18.
Oh,
Because that was one bloody hit.
Yeah, he still passes. So, blah, 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 blah. Hellsingers. I would like, as one of them steps forward and just stares you all down, unless you're immune to being frightened, make a wisdom saving throw.
Anyone within 10 feet of me.
And where are you right now? You are within 5 feet of the bad guy, and I don't think anybody else is in.
If he was within 5 feet of the bad guy, I should have seen if I could get flanking. Oh well.
Actually, it'd be 10 feet because I have my halberd.
Oh yeah, never mind. All right. Then I'm probably in front of you, putting me 5 feet. Oh, that means I'm immune to fear because I would be within 10 feet of Malrock.
Mm-hmm. So
So I don't have to make.
So that would be Blood Dancer, Scarlet, Marcy, Nightwatch that all need to make wisdom saves. Because obviously Rika doesn't.
Nightwatch is immune.
Okay. Marcy gets a 19. Awesome. Not frightened.
Was that a whiz save?
Whiz save, yes. Save against whiz.
I didn't know we had any bird people here trying to give out golden showers.
Blood Dancer has absolutely amazing wisdom. Watch him nail this roll. 6.
Blood Dancer is scared.
He puts his cattail between his legs slightly.
You're frightened for a minute.
Oh wait, I think it's more like, oh, you know, when cats jump in the air when they're scared.
Mm-hmm. Okay. The others in the room are each going to use command on each of you. So make wisdom saves, please. To surrender.
I'm also gaining the benefit of being close to Malrock for the bonus to this wisdom save.
Yes.
Question. I'm also immune to being charmed. Was that still hit me for Nightwatch?
Is command technically a charm spell?
Nothing seems to matter. I can't roll worth a shit today.
No, it is not Technically
Okay.
a charm spell, so you still need to make a wisdom save.
Okay, thank you.
And so does Scarlet.
I can technically counterspell one of them, but I don't know which one to counterspell.
This is true, and you wouldn't know who's likely to pass or fail. I understand that one smoothly. Okay, so Scarlet and Kiza feel compelled to surrender until the Hellsinger's next turn. Turn passes back to Rika. So Rika, you find yourself in a very similar castle room. There is a big one of the walls is missing. The table is smashed. There is snow drifting into the room. This castle looks like it has been besieged and lost.
No one here?
There's the tattered remains of a Wormsbane banner hanging above the fireplace.
Rika nods like, I guess we won, and he's going to leave. He's going to dash to go 120 feet out. He's going to try to go see if the hole's here to figure out if he's in his timeline.
Okay.
Or
so you fly out of the hole in the wall and head inside the ring of the Great Crown Mountains.
Yep.
And instead of darkness and shadow, clouded with covered in dark clouds, you see a bright blue sky with its own separate sun shining down on the valley of Havana.
he's about to go, yay, shit! God, blasted!
Okay.
That's all he can do.
The commander's turn. Who I believe needs to make yeah. Oh no, that's on her turn. He is yeah. He is going to cast Hold Person on Kiza.
Hey, you're the biggest danger in this party.
Mm-hmm.
After Rika.
Fuck, that's a pass. I knew it. You're not human. Blood Dancer.
I have a
You're
question
right.
about-
I'm half orc.
But no,
Isn't Hold Person
Is that-
a concentration spell?
oh shit, it is. That would drop the banishment. However, when Rika reappears, which he would, yeah. So going back to what you were doing, Rika, you're hovering over Havana, and suddenly there's a gut-wrenching jerk. Reality shifts, and once more you are hovering over the Shadowlands.
Fuck! He screams out. I'm home!
Bring me back.
Yeah, whether or not you'd hear that through 6 foot of solid stone, I have no idea. But yeah, it's Blood Dancer's turn.
So this guy is racist against orcs.
No. In fact, he's spluttering because he's suggesting that. Okay, the reason why he said "I knew it, you're not human" is because hold person didn't work. Hold person only works on humanoids. So the commander's line of thinking here is if hold person didn't work on Kiza, it's because they're not a humanoid. Orcs are humanoids, so it should have worked on him. Yeah, but it did. The reason why it didn't is because they rolled high. But that's the commander's line of reasoning is that you must not be human, and it was actually Kiza that snapped back. Yeah, I'm not human. I'm half orc.
Ah, I see.
So the commander was actually sorry.
I wouldn't have had to roll anyway because I'm not humanoid. I'm Fey.
Yeah. But yeah. Blood Dancer.
Good about that. Oh, God.
Blood Dancer just looks at everything going on. Face palms.
No, because the
He's
commands were
done.
from the other Hellsingers.
Yeah. He's done with these guys. They're a bunch of racist a-holes.
But it's not. The racism wasn't coming from the Hellsingers.
No, it wasn't. What should Blood Dancer do?
I mean, he is fairly determined to kill you all, though, because he thinks you're all shadow cursed. Or at least enough of you that might still corrupt, you know.
I could try and persuade him.
It's been tried.
Yes.
Multiple times.
I'm gonna have to try and whack him, aren't I? Okay, I'm still a good few feet away. Guardian of Faith. Oh yeah, forgot about Guardian of Faith on his turn.
Oh yeah, I knew there was something I needed to do a roll for. Let's bring that back up. Dex save.
I believe that's still at disadvantage from the heat metal.
Okay, so that would cancel out his advantage. And that's a fail, so he takes the full 20 that time. Guardian's only got another 30 left to dish out.
That's fine. I'm also gonna hit him with some Eldritch Blast.
Go on then.
What kind of monster threatens to kill a child? His Blood Dancer, shooting 3 Eldritch Blasts at him.
Roll the hit.
3d20 plus... What's Blood Dancer's plus?
It's an 8.
Okay.
That's only 1 hit.
That is fine. That's just pure evil.
Takes 1 to know 1.
I mean, I have done some pretty nasty stuff in my time before my little redemption arc, but that's just a level of evil not even I would have resorted to in my darker days.
The child is green.
Yeah, so? Sorry, my charisma...
It's got sticks growing out of it.
Yes, she's a special child. divinely blessed and everything. Idiot. 10.
Wow. Max damage. Alright. And yeah, he doesn't need to do a con save anymore because the whole person didn't work and banishment's dropped anyway.
Inspiration on Marcy.
Marcy's got bardic inspiration. Okay.
Nice.
So that's a D8 that Marcy can add to one of her D20 rolls.
Okay.
And Scarlet. I'm assuming you're using your bonus action to read up the heat metal.
No, they have to surrender.
Oh shit!
Why
Yeah,
don't we have...
yeah. You are compelled to put down your weapon and surrender.
Damn it. Well, then I guess I'm doing that. Not happy about it.
No, I imagine not. Danger Noodle.
Yeah.
But it's after you've initially surrendered that you have to stay surrendered.
That's true. The compulsion's only going to last until the Hellsinger's turn. Yeah, the range will drop. That's true. But she couldn't have been ranging anyway, otherwise she wouldn't have been able to cast heat metal.
I was gonna say, to the best of my knowledge, she hadn't even entered a rage yet.
Mm-hmm. But she's probably dropped heat metal. Because surrender. Is Danger Noodle doing anything?
Yeah, she is going to make herself medium in size, basically covering the child, so if anyone goes to attack the child, Noodle gets hit first.
Okay.
Holding her action to show Eldritch Blast only if they go to attack the child.
Okay.
Because
Marcy!
that would
Yeah.
be priority.
Yeah.
Okay, Marcy realizes that her temper tantrum is not going to work, so she's going to turn into a black bear.
So Danger Noodle turns medium size, flies down, wraps her wings around Marcy protectively, and then a black bear bursts forth from Danger Noodle's wings.
Can the bear land on top of Noodle?
No, that's not. No,
And is going to beat up whoever made the person do command. The one.
So one. Okay, so the
Okay, how about the one that wants to kill her / threaten her first?
Okay, the one who actually said I might put a sword through her head was the commander. It was one of the other Hellsingers that cast the spell command, ironically.
Okay. She'll just maul the one that did the command spell.
She'll just what?
It's gonna attack a guard.
Okay. Roll to hit.
And she'll do the multi-attack.
Yeah. Do you have the stat block up, or do you need me to?
Yeah, I have the stat block up. Okay. So each attack is like a +4, so... D20 +4.
And only the 21 hits.
Okay. D6 +2.
3 points of damage to the Blackguard, who now needs to make a con save. Not funny. He maintains concentration on command. Not that it actually is a concentration spell. Actually, now that I think about it, doesn't matter. That wouldn't. Yeah, never mind. Wasted an at 20. Okay, that was Marcy's turn. Oh, I just remembered. You could have added a D8 to that 14 because of your bardic inspiration.
Ooh, I'll roll it.
Go for it. Yep, that would be a hit. Go ahead and
Okay,
roll damage
so-
for that one too. Damage.
34.
That's more like it. Cool. Alrighty. Night Watch.
Yeah, Nightwatch is going to do summon Celestial and is just going to target the guy that Marceline was fighting.
Okay, so she's going to support Marcy. Okay.
Let me get the stat block up for Summon Celestial.
I'm assuming you're going with the Avenger rather than Defender.
Yeah, the Avenger.
I want to get the other Celestial spell. Conjure Celestial. Wow, 3 hit. How much damage do you do? Whew. That's a good chunk of damage.
Don't be mean to my daughter.
Daughter.
The what? The what guards?
Are you green under that armor?
Takes off helmet, shows off middle face.
You've got armor under the armor.
No, I'm made out of metal and wood.
How does this work exactly? At this point, I need to ask my boss for a better build. Okay. Anyway,
I'll let the afterlife explain it to you.
Malrock's tired.
Time to beat up the commander.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I just remembered I had a celestial weapon up as well.
Oh shit! Yeah, you can attack the commander as a bonus action. Holy shit!
Nice job, Malrock.
Okay, that's all gonna hit, and of course, unless you crit on 19s, Malrock gets a crit.
No, I don't.
Good job, Malrock.
Woo! Malrock, he's our man. How much damage?
This isn't the disintegrate weapon, is it?
Mm-hmm.
It is?
Well, which weapon are you swinging? Are you using your Holy Avenger?
My halberd.
The halberd is the one that would, cast. Yeah. So how much? Let's see how much damage you do first, and then.
Okay. Spirit turn next with 3d8. And make it cold damage.
Heated him up, and now you're gonna cool him off. 64. Okay. So he's down. And that leaves some of the other soldiers still to deal with. Kiza. Actually, did you want to, Malrock? Did you want to proc disintegration? See if you turn him to ash.
Yeah. Make an example of him, see if the others will surrender from that.
Is it disintegrate? Yay. Okay. Must make a dex save. They can't make a dex save because the target is disintegrated if the damage leaves it with 0 hit points, which it's going to because it's already got 0 hit points. So yeah, he turns to ash. His and everything is wearing a crack, carrying and reduced to a pile of grey dust. So, yeah. There's nothing left. Just ashes. Only the long sword remains behind.
Interesting.
Magic weapon.
Mm-hmm. And Kiza.
Is just gonna sort of stand there and do nothing with her sword pointed down. Cause
surrender. Yeah. Yeah. And the Hellsingers. So, a Hellsinger steps. Two of the Hellsingers step forward. One behind Kiza, the other behind Scarlet, where they're standing becalmed. What? Okay, where's your familiar in the room?
Because banishment doesn't take away my familiar, it just takes me away.
Alright. Let's go with Kiza first. 25, 25, 26. Do they all hit?
why do they have advantage?
Because you're just standing there.
But the command. Never mind.
And then
Okay.
end of the turn.
But yeah, those are all hit because even if I had anything cool, I wouldn't have anything that high.
Do you have any resistance to necrotic damage?
No.
59 points of damage.
Dad?
And you feel the necrotic.
What?
And you should, if these guys claim to be as pure and, against the darkness as they claim to be,
in every book.
why are their glaives doing necrotic damage? And the other one is going to hit Scarlet. Oh. Scarlet's AC is 16, so they all hit too, don't they? No, not allowed.
Yeah, my AC is 16.
So that's going to be 4d10 plus 12 plus 8d8. That's 62 points of damage on Scarlet. The rest of them are going to once more, well, directed at the ones that are still fighting, cast command again. Wisdom saves for everyone except Rika, Scarlet, and Kiza. Nightwatch passes again. Blood Dancer fails. Malrock fails.
Do I use the bear stats or her stats?
Hers, it's still her mind.
Okay.
Her wisdom, not the bear's wisdom.
Make sure.
That's a pass. So Blood Dancer and Malrock compelled to surrender until the Hellsinger's next turn. The end of Hellsinger's next turn. Okay, Rika, you've go.
The Halberd doesn't have the spell advantage like the Holy Avenger.
I'm sorry.
No, it doesn't.
When you have the Holy Avenger drawn, you have advantage on spell saves.
No, sorry.
Yeah. And then, of course, it's specifically when drawn. So.
Yeah. And Rika, are you flying back towards the fortress?
Well, there's a partial conundrum because Rika just found out how to go home. But I think Rika, because Rika has the spell banishment.
Yeah.
But I think he would save his friends first. So he's going to move 60 feet. And this is where the familiar comes very important.
Okay.
The familiar is going to run at one of the guards.
Okay. And cast a touch.
And it's going to cast a touch spell.
Is it Shocking Grasp by any chance?
It is not.
Oh! What are you going
As
for?
it runs up, it's going to bite them and cast Vampiric Touch.
Okay. So, yeah, it hits. Go ahead and do the 3d6 necrotic damage.
7 because I upcast it to 5th level.
Okay.
It's going to suck them dry.
It's gonna what?
That was the bad wording. It grabs onto its their ankle, and I'm going to use my spell book as it yanks it to the ground.
23 points of damage. And technically the familiar would gain 11?
Would, but the familiar's at max HP.
Yeah. Okay.
And,
And which is usually, for most familiars, 1.
close, mine's 2.
Wow.
I'm double the normal familiar, but that's my turn.
Okay. The commander is literally dust and could do fuck all. Blood Dancer, you have to surrender. What does that look like for you?
Blood Dancer would probably do what he was probably taught to do in Chaipan. Kneel down, head low. Rather submissively. Gritting his teeth.
Mm-hmm. Scarlet, you are no longer compelled, and some bastard came up behind you and tried to cut you down while you were supplicant. This is probably going to make you very angry, right?
Scarlet Smash.
Go ahead and push in his shit. Are you using your claws?
Great.
You get 3 attacks.
3 with my claws, but 2 with my great axe?
Yeah.
Okay. Claws.
Claws. 3.
Would Fire Breath do anything to these guys?
Yeah, but it still only does 2d6 fire damage. You could actually do more damage with your claws.
Do that. Claws it is.
Yeah. So yeah, 3 iterations of d20 plus 10 with advantage if you want to go reckless. Which you probably would. Okay. So that would be a 14, a 29, and a 28. 2 of those hit. You didn't technically roll that right, but I will let you, because technically you did have advantage. If you want to re-roll 1d20, see if you can do better than that 4.
My bad. Yes. So just do D20.
Just roll a d20. Yeah. You did not do better than... Yeah. At least, yeah, technically you did better, but not enough to count. So, that's 2 hits. Yeah, 17 is still good, but not when you're going up against an AC of 18, unfortunately. But you do 2d6 plus 16 plus 2d4.
Sorry, could you repeat that?
2d6 plus 16 plus 2d4.
Plus 2d4. I have the attention span of like a dog, I guess. I don't know.
Fire.
It's so hard to focus on one thing. I had a thought, and then I was asking Rob a question, and then I just, for some reason, completely zoned out what you were saying, and I didn't even mean to.
No worries.
I couldn't even.
Right.
I was trying to send a text message, and the kids kept talking to me, and I literally had to tell them to stop talking to me for 5 minutes because I kept writing what they were telling me.
Oh.
That's adorable. Now, there's a couple of other things you can do here. Because you attacked with your claws, you can use Infectious Fury, forcing them to make a wisdom save that would cause them to, if they fail, either attack one of their fellow Hellsingers or take a buttload of extra psychic damage. Do you want to do that?
I like to make them attack their friends.
Alright, so wisdom save.
I'm an evil bitch like that.
+5, okay. And he got a 7, so he does have to use his reaction to turn around and glaive attack one of his buddies. I'll even give him advantage because his buddy wouldn't be expecting it. 23. Yep, that hurts. And it does do 10 plus 4 plus 28. 17 points of damage to his buddy. They're probably not friends anymore. And you also have something called Call of the Hunt. You can choose a number of willing creatures within 30 feet equal to your con mod, which is 4. So you can choose 4 of your allies. And if they accept the Call of the Hunt, you gain 5 temporary HP for each one that accepts it until the rage ends. And that creature, those that accept the Call of the Hunt, can add a d6 to their damage rolls once per turn. Are you going to use the Call of the Hunt? Scarlet. Amanda?
What is your expert suggestion?
Get the free HP and give everybody else extra damage.
Let's do it.
Alright. So, which 4 allies are you choosing to do extra damage?
Like which 4 of my friends will do extra damage on their next turn?
Yeah, that can do an extra d6 on their turn until your rage ends. The options are Kiza, Nightwatch, Marceline, Malrock, and Blood Dancer.
Malrock.
Hey, don't exclude it.
I'm sorry?
Sorry, Amanda, you go.
Oh no, it's okay. Sudi, my hug friend.
So Blood Dancer.
Blood Dancer, hubby.
Do you want
Quiza.
Kiza and Nightwatch?
Yep. Sorry, Zane.
Zane's not even in the room right now, so.
The cat talks at you.
I can never remember people's names. I literally set the nickname to Shion as my hug friend. I call her my hug friend. Yes.
My hug friend.
Yes, I can't remember anybody's names, so I give them nicknames.
What's my nickname?
Hugs. Yours is Anthony because you're the DM and you're special.
I'm special.
Okay, what about the rest of us?
You're unforgettable.
Oh. Yeah, I think Alison wanted to know what her nickname was.
Ooh. You The friend that makes the baby noises. I'm trying to come up with a better one, but that's what I got for now.
What about me?
Pain in the ass.
Wow.
Yay! I'm happy with that one.
Alright, moving swiftly on. What's Danger Noodle doing?
Danger Noodle is going to cast Fear.
Fear.
Yes.
On whom?
Fear is area of effect, isn't it?
Let's see. There's a fear and cause fear. You project a phantasmal image of a creature's worst fears. Each creature in a 30-foot cone must succeed on a wisdom save or drop whatever they're holding and become frightened for the duration. Okay. So, yeah, you're going to try and make a 30-foot cone of Hellsingers lose their shit. So
Yes. He's literally going to yell out, Fear me!
Let's be generous and have 4 of them get caught. And is it a wisdom save? Wisdom save, wisdom save. There's no cat.
I feel like Noodle's spell save DC should be much higher, but she's kind of overpowered, so I don't mind it being 15.
Yeah, that's ridiculous. Oh, okay. What's your spell attack modifier for Danger?
Oh, spell attack modifier is +8.
So it should be 16, but still.
Okay.
Beats it, the old pass.
She definitely had them tingling their pants at least.
Okay, the familiars again. Good.
Oh, and inspiration on Marcy. Danger Noodles would be a D12.
And it's Marcy's turn next. And she's still a bear.
Okay. And you just said she got a inspiration or advantage?
An inspiration, and it's a D12.
Okay. Bite this time. Just gonna. Yep. She's gonna do some bear attack.
Did Marcy pass the command?
Yeah, she passed it.
Yeah, it was Blood Dancer and Malrock that failed, wasn't it? Yeah.
Yep.
Those do not hit, but you can add a D12 to one of them.
I think I'll save the D12 for emergencies.
Okay. Night Watch.
Night Watch is going to turn her attention towards the guy that Marcelin's fighting. She's going to go up to him and just going to beat him. With her moon blade.
Ooh. What's it? Dribble his head like a basketball. 19 hits. What damage do you do?
Radiant?
Total.
Oh, okay.
14.
And also, has a dispel effect, so whatever magic item he has, or whatever magical effect is dispelled, or at least one of them.
Okay. Sweet.
And my, Summon Celestial is gonna have its turn.
Yep. Now the target that it had been hitting is dust. So, would you send it towards one of the other Hellsingers, or perhaps even the one that you're attacking?
Yeah, the one I'm currently fighting.
All right, roll it. And 2 hit. What? Wait. Does he get 3 hits? What am I confused.
Should be cast a 6th level spell. Or at least. So it would be 3.
Does spiritual weapon get a multi-attack?
No. Summon Celestial.
Oh! Right. Sorry.
It's okay.
Yes, 2 of those hit.
And actually, just summon as well.
Damage.
Is he dead?
No. These guys are fucking.
Okay, then the celestial weapon is gonna make its way and bonk him.
That doesn't get through the AC.
Okay.
Okie dokie. Malrock, you need to surrender. What does that look like for you?
Well, currently it looks like 3 toddlers hanging off of him screaming, so he may need a moment to just the crew.
Keezer, are you with us? Jeff?
Might be trying to figure out the power outage.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm here. The a-hole who hit me is going to. I'm going to
Suffer.
transfer my hex to him,
Nice.
and then I'm going to swing.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, the lights are out.
The lights being out is a huge novelty to them, isn't it? And yeah, 2 of those hit. Oop. Okay. So that's 4 extra. 50, 62.
Yes, 62.
Cool beans.
Sorry, Mom called me about the whole fire situation.
Yeah, I understand. Glad you were able to come back.
Yep.
But of course, if you do have to get the hell out of there before your house burns down, that I also understand.
I'm currently safe. The fire department's on it.
All right. Okay. The Hellsingers. So let's have them deal with. Yeah, first one of them is going to go up behind Blood Dancer. Kind of, but you also you were surrendering anyway, so I was just gonna see what how that would look. But you had children hanging off you, so good enough. But yeah, Blood Dancer. Ooh. Blood Dancer, I'm assuming they all hit.
Yes. Hiss.
Does my guy stand up? I'll get to that. Hold on. Doing other stuff. D8. 68 points of damage to Blood Dancer. Malrock, similar situation. While you are surrendered, you are kind of prone. Oh, fuck. Even... Yeah, only one of them hits, even with you being subjugated. Now, just as Kiza did before, both of you would feel the necrotic energy coming from that weapon. And you'd both be insightful enough to know that that ain't right. That these sacred warriors fighting against the undead and the shadows shouldn't be doing necrotic damage. Should they?
Why are you using the powers of darkness?
You're gonna just turn around and ask it?
Yeah.
We'll get to that. So let's go to... So yes, the one that got bit by the familiar would stand back up. I'm assuming this familiar is not invisible.
No, it's just a cat.
It's going to attack the mangy cat.
I don't know if any of those hit. It's only got an AC of 12.
Yeah. And you said it's got an HP of 2, yes?
Yeah, it's got HP of 2.
So I don't really need to roll the hit now, roll the damage now, do I?
No.
Bye, kitty.
Bye, kitty!
Let's do the one fighting Kiza. Yeah.
One hit.
One, just one. All right.
Wow.
Wow.
There's no way that I can see.
That's just because the sword hasn't given me haste this time.
21 points of damage. The one fighting Marceline
I think I could see that if there was soap on it.
and Nightwatch. Would probably still be focusing their attention on the bear. How many of those hit Marcy?
In in her bear form, she has a. Oh. They all hit.
They all hit. Okay. That's 3d10.
Okay, would Bark skin transfer over to the bear form?
Sure. Would that help?
Okay, so only 2 of them hit.
Okay.
Actually, Marcy will use her reaction to turn the 17 and do a roll of a d6 using her cosmic omen to retract it.
So try to reduce that. Okay.
So only 1 hit. Yay!
Alright, this is the only damage you've taken. Yeah. No, you also took a boatload from before. Okay. Shit. Fuck, I wish I'd known earlier. But yeah, so only 1 hit is what you say.
Mm-hmm.
$13.
Okay.
How many hit points does the bear have?
The bear has 19.
Okay, so it's gone 6. Let's see. Let's have the one fighting Scarlet fight back. David. Scarlet. All 3 of those hit you, yes?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. But you are raging, so the slashing damage is going to get halved. Plus 68 necrotic. 32. And last but not least, one of them's going to take a swing at Malrook. Only 2 of those hit you, Malrook?
Sorry?
I'm sorry?
What did you say?
Does a 25, a 25, and a 9, that would be 2 hits against you, right?
The 9 doesn't hit me.
Yeah, that's what I thought. So you only take 22 points of damage. And again, and you also would feel the weird vibe of necrotic energy coming from that swing. Alright. Yeah. That's the Hellsingers. They've... Okay. Yeah, I forgot about their bonus action ability, but never mind. Rika, what you doing?
Okay, so with 60 feet of movement, I should be able to get back into the building.
Except there isn't a big hole in the wall anymore.
Well, I got 120 feet to the room. Is the doorway to the building open?
No, they've closed the portcullises and the drawbridge.
I see. That's an issue.
However, the walls, it's okay. So you can still go over the outer wall. It's just getting access to the keep itself that's the difficult part.
Yeah. You know what? I'm gonna have to get in anyway. I'm gonna back up 30 feet. And I cast Fireball on the wall.
On the keep wall or on the outer wall?
The keep wall, because I've already moved enough feet, so I should be back where I started in a sense.
I hear what you're saying. So you're going to make sure that you... Yeah. Alright. Interesting that you chose Fireball. When you've also got Fabricate, Wall of Force...
Well, it's not going to be Fireball, per se. It's going to be Force Ball, as I change it to Force Damage type.
Yes. Yes, it will.
36.
Okay. Is the center of the spell... Well, it has to be a point you can see, so yes, it's going to push... It's going to... Alright. So... There's a boom as all of the a wall section that's 80 foot across all takes 36 points. All takes 36 points of damage.
Is there a hole in the wall?
Not yet.
Not yet. Okay. Well. There's the faint voice of Rika screaming, "You killed Sprinkles!" And that's my turn.
Blood Dancer, you heard the boom.
I also heard the "You killed Sprinkles."
If you've got ridiculously impressive hearing, yeah.
Okay. Well, he does have pretty good hearing.
But anyway, what do you want to do, Blood Dancer?
Blood Dancer would like to get payback for the guys who forced him to kneel.
So yeah, and then came up behind you to do an execution move.
Yes. Yeah. I am going to cast... I kind of want to cast Darkness on him. Because that hurt.
How would Darkness help?
Make it harder for them to hit me.
Okay.
And I can just step out of the darkness and hope they beat each other up.
Yeah. Alright.
I also want to hit them personally, but they have lots of health.
But there are smart ways to bring that down, right?
Yeah.
You could also... Oh, actually, you don't have any spell slots for that. Never mind.
I have...
You could also help with the whole making a hole in the wall by casting Shatter on the same part of the wall that just went boom.
Yeah, I'll do that. And let's see, they're close with two. They are right next to me, right?
Wait, the wall or the Hellsinger?
The guards.
There's a Hellsinger within 5 feet of you that's been attacking you. Yeah, he's. If you turn around, he'll be right in front of you.
Right, and I'm currently kneeling.
But I'm assuming you're going to use half your movement to stand up.
Yeah. I cast Shatter on the Wall and I go, now why'd you hit me? I'm just an innocent cat person.
Roll. It is. Let's see. Okay, so it is a bard spell, but you can cast it at 4th level if you want.
Yeah, I'll cast it at 4th.
Okay, so that would be 5d8 of thunder damage.
28.
Okay. Between the impact on one side and now you're shattering from the other, the wall of the keep begins to crumble.
The Blood Dancer can technically hold up his end of the bargain and go, oh, Hula.
What is your intention with that call?
Did Blood Dancer not agree to bring more mortals? Well, the wall is now broken, and Hula and his forces can get in more easy.
Ho, 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 ho.
And if
Okay.
they're our allies, hopefully they won't kill us.
You're not helping the argument.
No, not at all. But that's
No.
okay.
I'm angry now. They threatened a child and are trying to hit me. And they made Blood Dancer bow. That was kind of the last straw. Because Blood Dancer really hates mind control.
Mm-hmm.
Rika's going to leave you and Malrock here to die.
But anyway.
Also inspiration on the child.
Okay.
There we go. Marcin already had the inspiration. So you might want to save it for, or you want to give it to someone else.
Oh, right, okay. I will give it to who needs an inspiration, yeah, who needs an inspiration.
I could use it. My next attack uses an attack roll.
Yeah, you'd see Rika beyond the rubble as it's crumbling.
And go ding. Blood Dancer is not saying Hula out loud, but he's thinking it.
Okay. For the record, I have no intention of following Healer. I plan to eliminate. Okay. So, Scarlet, the building's beginning to come down. Do you want to escape, or do you want to eviscerate the Hellsinger that's been humiliating you?
As much as I want to go after him, escaping might be the best idea.
Okay. So you fly, my pretties.
Yes. I fly away.
Yeah, 40-foot fly. Dashing 2 would make it 80 feet altogether. Sweet. Danger Noodle?
Danger Noodle is going to... she wants to protect Marcy, but is also concerned about the nightmare forces that stupid half-orc was about to bring in.
Okay.
Danger Noodle is going to... Why the fudge does she have Summon Greater Demon?
Why not?
She is going to cast... try Daylight.
Daylight.
Yes.
Okay. Spell. Okay. What are you making light? What are you casting daylight on? You can choose an object that you or someone else is.
Oh, I'm getting that mixed up with a different spell.
You're thinking of dawn, aren't you?
Yeah, I don't think Danger Noodle has Dawn, and she's gonna cast Heal on Marcy.
Okay. So that's 70 hit points?
70 straight hit points.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
There you go, darling.
Marcy's turn.
Yep, she's gonna try and maul this fellow.
Mm-hmm. The 20 gets through.
Yep, and I'm gonna roll the D. Wait, I'll say the D12. So she'll do. Two, three, 4 plus 2 slashing damage. And she'll make victorious bear noises. And she'll end her turn.
Okay. Rawr.
Nightwatch is going to smack this gentleman that's right in front of her.
Yeah. Especially since he tried to hurt your baby.
Hurt the baby.
Don't hurt the baby. Okay. That definitely hits. $12 points of damage.
Is he still up?
Yes.
The Celestial is going to have its turn.
And fill him full of holes.
Yep.
And that's a critical hit. Along with 2 more hits. How much damage? $51.
And for good measure, Celestial weapon to the back.
Okay. Yeah. That would hit, but it would just be carving at meat, because that 51 points of damage was more than enough to take that guy down.
Oh. Could the sort of move on to like a step to another person?
Yeah, sure. You want to have that sound
Okay.
with someone else? That's fine.
Okay.
Cool. Alright then.
Now, what's this about y'all doing some necrotic? What's this about y'all doing necrotic damage?
Well, the guy that you were... Yeah, he's down. He's not going to answer
Yeah,
you.
but she's looking at the other people.
Necrotic? You're the ones who are cursed. Malrock, it is your turn.
Okay.
Keep is crumbling. They're still convinced that you guys are the ones who are shadow touched. Not them. So we're the reason for the hole? Is that what Rika's saying out loud?
No, that was just me out of character, finally catching up, finishing driving.
Malrock,
Sorry.
what you want to do?
Is it crumbling like if I don't move this second, something's going to flatten my head?
No.
Or
A wall
Okay.
is coming down. A wall that supports at least part of the floor above you.
I'm going to move away from that wall.
Okay. You are in melee with somebody at the moment, though, aren't you?
Oh yeah, that dude attacked me.
Mm-hmm.
So I will attack him first then.
Okay. Oh shit. Okay. How much damage do you do to him first of all? Let's focus on the positive. 25. And then he needs to make a dex save against the thing.
Oh yes, that's right.
Yeah. Okay. Flat roll 5, so he takes an additional 10d6 plus 40 force damage. Plus the 25, that's 103. Yeah, he's Ash. Spoosh. The glaive remains the only thing that isn't dust. And
Are these guys?
Keys' turn.
Give me a second.
Oh shit, there is one thing we forgot to do. You're nat 1.
What?
Malrock got a nat 1. On
Oh,
his head.
yeah.
Now we
You need
didn't
to roll.
know how much damage do you take from your own weapon, Malrock? How's your deck save?
It's only once per turn.
Okay, phew. Okay, so you only take 17. Good, we don't have to see Malrock disintegrate. Kiza.
Okay. Well, I'm gonna keep swinging at the guy who is in front of me.
Two. Okay.
When's your food coming?
I don't know. It's been the. Can you just go sit down, please?
Soon. 64. Very nice.
Just go leave them with me.
And he'd already taken quite a bit of damage already, so he down. He not burst, but he down.
And
then
I have a bonus action. I'm going to go ahead and use second wind.
okay.
What? What does that use? I have access to nothing at the moment because I have no.
Second
One
win.
D10 plus.
It's a D10 plus your fighter level.
That's what I thought it was. I just wanted to make sure.
Yeah. It's a D10 plus 15.
Or 23. Okay, cool. So I think I'm at roughly 74-ish? Somewhere in there.
Okay.
Alright,
Okay. On the Hellsinger's turns, those that are still... two of them are down, but the rest of them are going to break. And they're going to... Their commander is dust. One of their fellows is dust, and the other one unconscious. And the keep is beginning to fall down around their ears. They are going to bolt. They will disengage and move 30 feet.
it doesn't matter if they disengage or not, Anthony. I have Sentinel.
Alright, go ahead. We won't do all. You're not dressed for the weather. May you perish in the ice. That hits.
6. It's not going to do a lot of damage, except for the fact that he also comes to a screeching halt.
12. Yeah, he's got Polearm Master. Okay. So, just checking something here quick. Okay. So, Rika, it's your turn. The Hellsingers are fleeing toward you, mostly. Well, actually, no. They wouldn't be aiming for the hole in the wall. They would be going for... They would be trying to avoid the crumbling masonry and using doors and corridors. But nevertheless, you would see them making a move. What do you do, Rika?
Well, I want to fly 30 feet forward, and I'm going to cast a spell. I cast Steel Wind Strike.
You cast Steel Wind Strike.
Yep.
Okay.
I make 5 weapon attacks. Spell attack.
Mm-hmm.
I get 5 creatures. And if they hit, they deal 6d10 damage. Shit.
So that's 2 hits, but one of them's critical. You also got a crit fail in there, which is fun.
Yeah. Well, Rob, it's broken because it was supposed to be a ranger's capstone ability that got capstone spell that got added to the wizard spell list. So for the crit, they take 61. For the non-crit, they take 25. And it has to be separate creatures.
Mm-hmm.
And I take 27. And I'm going to knock the one I dealt 25 damage to prone.
Okay.
And I appear in front of them. Because I also teleport at the end.
Yes.
And holding the rapier Malrock gave me, I said, I'm not letting you out alive after killing Sprinkles like that.
Sprinkles.
And that's my turn.
Aye. And Blood Dancer.
This strikes me as a good time to cast Shatter behind them, but I also don't want to knock down the rest of the building. Or my friend.
So blocking their escape might have been interesting, but yeah.
Eldritch Blast, Eldritch Blast, Eldritch Blast.
You get a blast, and you get a blast.
3D 20 plus. What was my plus to hit again?
For Blood Dancer, plus 8.
There we go. Mm, 20 plus 8. I think only one hit by the looks of it.
Only one hit.
But that's okay.
Does Kiza want food or does Jeff want food? Jeff, I thought I heard you tell your children that you'd ordered something and it's on the way.
That is
pathetic, that is what that is.
5 damage as Blood Dancer yells, "That guy in particular!"
Scarlet, No, you did fly out of the building. Through the hole that Rika and Blood Dancer made. What do you want to do now? Do you want to just fire breath the guys that are running, or all right? I'm gonna let you hit 3 of them. And that's 1 fail, 2 passes. Roll your 2d6. So one of them takes 7 points of damage, and the other 2 take 3. You still got an attack left if you want to use it. And by attack, I will also accept flying up to one of them, grabbing them, flying back out, and dropping them down the side of the mountain. If you feel like it. Would you like to roll an athletics check then, please? You get a +10. And because you're still raging, you get to do it with advantage. So d20 +10 space ATV. Holy shit. Yeah, he fails. You drag one of the Hellsingers kicking and screaming out of the building. Yeah, so you foosh a bunch of them, and while the flames are still clearing, you come, they're still trying to see what's going on, and suddenly you're on him, you're grabbing him, you're pulling him out of the building, and throwing him off the side of the mountain. Definitely definitely a Wilhelm scream. That guy just had a terrifying last few seconds of life. Danger Noodle.
How many are there still standing?
Let's see. Within this room of the keep, there were about 8 of them plus the commander. We've lost, I think, at this point 4 of them. So that leaves 4.
Would Danger Noodle fly over, grab one, and drop him?
Would Danger Noodle do that? Is that Danger Noodle's style?
No, Danger Noodle probably wouldn't do that.
Okay.
No, she would probably let this group finish them off and see about making sure this place does not fall on top of them.
Okay. Marcy.
Is there any guards still around?
There's still 4 of them that are trying to get the fuck out of there.
she's going to, I guess, attack one of them.
Mm-hmm.
One of them is stuck standing near Kiza.
Yes. Do you want to get the one that
Yes.
Kiza was already picking up? Cool.
Will this be flanking?
Sure. There's a lot going on right now. He's probably very distracted.
Okay.
This is... Yep, one hit. Eight points of damage.
And it's gonna go for his kneecaps.
That was Marcy, right?
Yep.
Is Nightwatch going to...
Yeah.
Go on then.
Gonna run over this guy and slash him.
You're not gonna make it off this mountain alive. Never.
I know. Get us home.
Oh,
So fuck
probably
you.
not. Do y'all surrender?
Never.
Okay. Stab him.
And he goes down. Oh wait, actually, yeah, that's you to hit. Yeah, that hits. The death 27. How much damage? Yeah, he down.
So my Celestial is going to go after one.
One of the others?
Go after another one?
Yeah.
And have it just be these sacred weapon as well is going to go after the same one as well.
Mm-hmm. Roll it. Hit, hit, hit. Eight points of fucking damage. Nice.
And then one swipe from this sacred weapon to the back.
Mm-hmm. That also hits. Holy shit.
And another bit to the head.
Alright. He's still standing, but he's very badly hurt. And Malrock. Rob.
My turn.
Yeah.
How many did they leave for me?
There are currently 3 still standing.
And how far away are they?
One of them is prone and fairly close to the door. The other 2 are at the door.
I was going to use Wall of Fire, but I'm assuming it's Nightwatch that's at the prone one?
No. Oh shit! Yeah, one of them. At least one of them would be. Oh no, that was no. Okay, so the three that are of the two that are at the door, one of them got peppered with arrows from her summoned celestial, as well as taking a slash to the back of the legs with her spiritual weapon. So she's not in melee with any of them.
Okay, is there anyone in melee with the one that's prone?
No, because the reason why he got... Oh, actually, wait. Yes. Rika is in melee.
Okay, I will leave Rika to finish off his target and go after the other one. Or one of the other ones.
Okay. So you move over and... Schnitt. One hit.
And I'll go ahead and add in a level 2 Divine Smite.
Nice. This he manages to stutter out. If you really were on our side, why are you fighting us?
Because you tried to kill us.
If we were
You
wrong,
use the quantum energies.
if you were innocent, you would have just gone to the good place anyway.
Yeah, but you still
Dying
prayed
fucking-
on me.
Dying hurts.
And I don't know if I have an afterlife.
You don't. That sucks.
Oh, I don't.
You used necrotic energies to attack us. You are as evil as the evil you profess to fight.
Oh,
And what kind of good person attacks a baby?
The commanders said they were evil. That they were corrupted. We were just doing as we're told.
That's no excuse.
Yeah, it is. I believe it's Keys' turn now. Unless
I would like to approach the mouthy one
the sniveling one. All right.
and get basically on the other side of Malrock or whoever's fighting him or whatever.
Mhm.
Try to find some way to gain advantage on him.
He's
Uh,
shitting himself right now, so yeah, you probably would have advantage.
Okay.
He's
As I walk
fearful,
past-
like, even as he's saying, if you were innocent, you'd go to the good place. He clearly doesn't want to die either.
What?
What are we eating while we're waiting?
Nothing.
Okay.
Anyway, I would like to lean in close.
Mhm.
As I get ready to attack him and go, you messed with an angel of death. And then I'm going to attack him for 3 times.
Aha, those all hit.
And I'm going to bonus action attack him because one of those is a critical.
Yeah.
Yay!
Unfortunately, that one won't. That one will not.
Yeah.
But that is still 3 hits with a crit.
Yeah.
So that is 8d6 plus 18, 36, 54.
82. And he's holding on.
That's not funny.
He's got like 5 hit points left.
Okay. I know I can't actually do it, but just for S and G's. Because if for 5, I can only get up to 4 more. But it doesn't matter. It would have been exactly the same.
Yeah. Okay. So that's when one of these bamfs into the room.
Doggy!
And I need everyone to make a Constitution saving throw. As it shrieks.
Okay. Blood dancer.
Let's see, that's it. 3.
Monsters!
2 of the Hellsingers become paralyzed. Night
Does
Watch.
Noodle even need to make a con save at this point?
I'm sorry?
Does Noodle need to make a con save?
If their DC is... If their modifier is less than... It is more than 13, then no.
It's 21.
Yeah, so yeah. They're gonna pass automatically. But Night Watch is paralyzed. Everybody, yeah.
Do I have to roll as well?
Unless you're immune to being paralyzed, or have a modifier greater than 13.
Amanda, we need your roll as well.
Yes. Balrock passes.
That was a what? Sorry.
Constitution saving throw. Ooh, Kiza fails.
If it's a Constitution saving throw, that is the wrong modifier.
Yeah, it's +9, so that should be. Oh yeah, an additional 3 on top of that. So
That would have been a 6.
yeah.
Hold on. Yeah, that would be like a 16.
Yeah, so you pass. Scarlet passes. And yeah. Who's not rolled? Rika?
I rolled.
You rolled. Oh yeah, you
I got
25.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, that's everybody, I think. Okay, so only... Yeah, Kiza ended up not failing. Only Night Watch and 2 of the Hellsingers end up paralyzed. Yeah.
Do you need these for your Hershey frog? Yes? No?
The only Hellsinger that can do anything is trying the door and discovering to his horror that he's been locked in. And, yeah. So, yeah, he's just trying the door and banging on it. Let me out, you fuckers! Rika, it's your turn.
Rika looks at it. He's not going to bother with the Hellsinger because the Hellsinger is
Two of them are paralyzed.
Yeah. So, he's going to cast Scorching Ray at 4th level.
On the thing that just appeared?
Yeah. He doesn't know what it is. And
All but the 13 hit.
okay.
So 4 hit.
And I'm going to use, on the 25, I'm going to use my books to knock it prone.
Okay.
33 points of fire damage.
Nice. And it's prone. Okay.
And it's prone. Do I got bonus action shit? Nope, that's my turn.
Okie dokie. Blood Dancer.
So, do you see the error of your ways? Or do we need to kill you?
Just let me out of here.
Do you see the error of your ways?
Sure, yeah, whatever you say, just don't let me die.
Okay, I shoot at the bat thing. Are you gonna say sorry to the child?
I'm sorry, kid, I didn't mean it. It's the bear, right? The bear?
Yes.
The child. Scarlet says, I think we should kill him.
21, 26, and 10.
Yeah, the two of those hit the Gloomstalker.
Yay. Of course I hit when it's a flying bat, but I don't hit twice when it's a knight.
Well, actually, it is not prone, so if you want, you got advantage. You want to try to roll those again?
Yeah.
And we'll pick the highest.
Yep.
Bum, 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 bum. Try that again. Properly this time.
Yeah, why do you sound like... which villain does that sound like? That sounds like a younger Braziel.
It's not what I was going for, but okay. Yeah, unfortunately, it's still 2 hits. So, why don't you go ahead and roll the damage for 2 hits? Try again. Try again.
What am I doing wrong?
Exclamation R space 2d10 plus 8. There we go.
There we...
And how much damage did it? Oh, it took 33 before, so it's now taken a total of 47. Alright. Scarlet. Do you want to attack what appears to be a flying shadow elemental? Or do you want to try and finish off the sniffling Hellsingers, 2 of which are paralyzed?
I'll go after the shadow thingy.
Alright.
I'm going to go with my claws.
Claws. 3 iterations of d20 plus 10. With advantage because it's prone. Very nice. That's the way to do it. Do we get any crits? Nope. Okay, so it's 3d6 plus 24 plus 3d4. Okay. Marcy.
Okay, she's still there. How tall can bears stand on their hind legs?
Yeah. What type of bear? Black bear?
Yeah, black bear. So that's the only stats for bears there is?
No, there's also brown bears and polar bears and stuff. But a black bear is medium sized.
Yep.
So they'd probably be they'd be up to 6-7 foot tall on their hind legs.
And how far up is the shadow bat?
Oh, it's prone.
Okay, she's just gonna maul it.
Mm-hmm. Excuse me.
Bless you.
So I got a nat 20.
Uh-huh. You want to see what the damage... I mean, it only had, like, 1 hit point left.
I'm
but-
so...
Go ahead.
This is a happy moment for her, so I want her
Yeah.
to see how much damage she can do on her own.
Fair.
Wait, when it comes to crit, does that mean all damage is doubled, or just...
Just the dice.
So, like, for both attacks, it's doubled?
No, just the one. So,
Okay.
first one's a bite, yes? And then the
Yeah.
second one's claw. So,
Yeah, I'm just for some reason I forgot. I got too excited.
that's understandable. Okay.
Yeah, that was weird. Let me fix that.
Yeah, just... Okay.
Wait.
Yeah, roll 2d4 separately. Alright, that works too. Alright, so I'm going to go with the first 2 d4 rolls, which would be 8 because you maxed them. So that's a total of 18. So yeah, you... so Marcy tears into the prone Gloomstalker, but soon finds they're just fighting nothing but wisps of shadow which fade away entirely. The remaining unparalyzed Hellsinger breaks down in tears, goes down on his knees and thanks you profusely for saving his life. What do you want to do with the 2-1-2 that are still... Well, actually, yeah. How long are they paralyzed for? End of the enemy's next turn. Okay. So for the next 6 seconds at least, the other 2 Hellsingers are still paralyzed. Rika?
Hi.
What do you want to do?
Rika's going to look at everyone and be like, "Guys, I found a way home!"
Rar.
Ow.
Is that all you do? You know, You're just going to ignore the Hellsingers?
Yeah, he's gonna ignore them. He killed the one that pissed him off. Yeah, I found a way home. That's the why. Where is the commander? He was so nice for sending me home.
Marceline points to a pile of dust.
Malrock!
Blood dancer?
Blood Dancer is not 100% sure what to do.
Do you want to kick one of the paralyzed people down the mountain? Do you want to heal them up?
I mean, Blood Dancer kinda wants to send a message. But, like, what message is he gonna send?
That's why I'm asking. Mercy or death?
I say we flay them alive and post their hides on the outer wall as a warning to everything.
A warning to who?
Speaking of which, this room is still not structurally sound.
No.
Yeah.
Well, I say we leave their fates up to the cold and whatever beings live out here, and we leave the fort.
Aye.
Leave their whatever happens to them up to the gods.
No fun.
We have to go where?
Well, let's get out of this fort.
Well, the fort is what's protecting us from the cold, so...
Not anymore, there's a hole in the wall.
I mean, it's probably better than... I mean, it's even if there's a hole in the wall, I'm assuming it's better than being out in the mountains.
This is true. At the moment, there's still a wind break.
Danger Noodle is going to mutter, I can easily create one of those in like an hour.
Wait, I have a question. Where did you guys get those weapons?
You're talking to the only remaining Hellsinger that's not paralyzed?
Mm-hmm.
There are...
Wait,
What?
never mind. Would 6 seconds have passed?
Not yet. I'm going down the initiative order list.
Okay, never mind. Nightwatch is still paralyzed, and so it's...
Fair.
Okay.
Does Marcy do anything, or are they staying bare? Oh, and Scarlet.
They're going to take a take a pee on one of the ash piles of the of one of the people that has threatened her.
Yeah, fair. Scarlet, you said that you think you should kill all the remaining Hellsingers. Are you going to pick up one of the paralyzed guys and fly them out of the fly them to the mountainside? Yes. All right. They can't do anything to stop it. So yeah. Nightwatch is paralyzed. Malrock, what do you want to do?
No.
You boot one of them like a football. It's bunt.
I was going to let the guy that I just watched take 82 damage and survive live. Like, he proved himself to be a tough bastard, but apparently we're not.
Well, you can save the one guy who's still talking.
Yeah, I will, just because I'm going to watch him take Keys' full attack and actually survive. So I'm impressed.
So you're gonna heal him up?
Yes, he's paralyzed, correct?
There's two paralyzed, and there's one by the door that's talking. The one that was begging to be let out.
Whichever one was the one that me and Kiza were fighting.
I'll let you dip do on that. It might have been the guy that she just dragged off. But yeah, if you want to make a gesture of goodwill, heal one of them up. Or both.
Yeah. I'll heal the one guy and like unparalyze him
Cool.
because my own hands were paralyzed. I think.
Yeah, it takes 5 of your pool, but yeah. Kiza. There's
One person that
There's,
is.
there's one Hellsinger that's been just healed up and is unparalyzed. And there's the sniveling wretch that was desperately trying to get out of the room.
I thought the one that was trying to get out had gone down on his knees to thank us for saving their life.
Yes, he had. Yes.
So, guess what I'm gonna do?
Hey, right. Kill him.
Murder?
I'm gonna walk over and I'm gonna attack him.
You prick. While he's still on his knees.
Yep.
Okay.
Oh man, our characters are so what's the word? Emo.
That did not work the way. That did not work the way I wanted it to.
No. Exclamation RR space 3 space D20 plus 8 with advantage because he's prone technically.
I have no idea. Oh, because he's prone.
Mm-hmm. Aha. 2 of those hit. 1 of those hits is a crit.
I'll be making a bonus action attack.
Mm-hmm. Because you're determined to turn this guy into a smear, aren't you? That one doesn't hit.
Apparently. Okay. Spell. That's the wrong button. That's everything.
Oh. Yeah, he down. And,
You mean he's dead?
And, the last Hellsinger, just the one that Malrock has healed up, just goes, but why? We'd lost, you'd won, why? He was on his knees.
I'm just going to look at him and I'm just going to be like, because I can.
And right as you say that, several more Gloomstalkers fly into view, hovering over the fortifications, and they begin attacking the other Hellsingers in the courtyard, swooping down, lifting them up, tearing them to pieces in the air, even as they hurl them back down to the ground. there's some of them. Yeah, it's an absolute bloodbath.
Cover the child's eyes.
And there's shrieking going on as well, but they're out of range of you. But yeah, the last remaining Hellsinger is looking at you all as if he doesn't know what to think. He's not sure if you guys are in cahoots with the Shadowlands or not.
Quasar? I'm imagining Nightwatch is finally unstung.
Yeah, you're no longer paralyzed.
Quasar, what the heck? Why?
He said because he can.
Dude, that kind of philosophy is why bad guys are a thing.
Like, what was with the swords you guys kept using?
They're just our swords. They're glaives. They're long-handled swords. They're pretty
Where'd you
cool.
get them?
They wield necrotic weapons, and they threatened a child, and you're asking me why I
I
eviscerated
know
them.
that, but I at least wanted
I didn't know
to get
they were-
information out of them before we kill them, okay?
I didn't know they were necrotic.
And also-
Why would they be necrotic? We're the
You
guys.
said you're supposed to be defending from shadows.
Sorry?
You tell me why they're necrotic. You're the one defending the world from the shadows.
Yeah, we're fighting them. We die protecting you from. Holy shit! I've never seen one up close.
Who gave you the weapons?
The standard issue. The commander.
Lied to you.
Commander who?
Well, he's not answering any questions, I don't think.
He points at the dust pile with the sword that was untouched by the spell.
Is it don't you have knowledge of like weapons and stuff like that? Wouldn't you be able to figure it out where it's from?
Are you? Does somebody have identify, or at least?
I do.
The dancer has it.
Rika's going to go up and grab the sword and cast Identify as an
Are
action.
you casting it on one of the necrotic glaives, or on the captain's sword?
The captain's. He thinks I'll be the stronger one. He's able to cast it multiple times, so like.
Identify. This is not just an ordinary sword. There's a soul bound to this blade.
Death Knight style?
Death Knight style.
I turn around and I toss the sword to Malrock. I'm like, hey, it's one of your brothers!
Yeah, correct.
And I'll do it again on a glaive.
I place my sword blade on the glaive. Okay. On the glaive or on the commander's blade?
I'm just seeing if I can get the necrotic energy to transfer to my sword. Since I got flame tongue when I killed a pyromancer. Otherwise, if they let me, I will be like attacking the commander's sword to end him.
No, Rika is giving it to Malrock, not you.
Mm-hmm. So
Rika's not giving you jack shit.
Yeah. There's yeah. So the hungry spirit that embodied that is bound to the blade is pulled into your own sword. Keith. You now get an additional 2d8 necrotic damage on each hit, and you get to regain 1d8 of hit points each time you do that damage.
Well, no, Rob, you have the Death Knight blade. They did that on a glaive. Two different things.
Yes. Now we can.
But I can tell.
Yeah. Yeah. You, Malrock, you still have the commander's sword.
Well, he was identifying the sword and tossing it to you. I was doing something else on the side
On the
to not
on a glaive. Yeah.
on a glaive, not to interfere with what everybody else was doing, because I don't want to be a complete and total dick.
Yeah. Don't steal someone else's thunder. It's not cool. Yeah. So I'm
As I've been
okay with
thinking about
killing
those-
those
I've been
one
thinking about
diplomacy. This person just a sad grunt, and we could have talked to them before executing them. Yeah. There is still one left that you're keeping alive, and presumably protecting him from the from the Gloomstalkers. What would happen if I put the sword and my Holy Avenger together? The Holy Avenger would probably do everything it could to fight the other sword. They're polar opposites.
What type of sword is it?
It's a long sword.
Longsword? Okay. I'll cast Identify on a glaive. See what it's got going on.
It's a vampiric blade. It does 2d8 necrotic damage and a d8 of that. You regain a d8 of hit points with every blow.
Okay.
Is it a D8 or is it half the necrotic damage done?
Let's say half the necrotic damage done. That'll probably be easier.
Okay.
Yeah. Well, gang, I found out how to go home. Oh, hey, I got power back, finally!
You got what?
I got power back.
Oh.
Yay!
Woo!
I've been doing this in the dark. So,
That's what she said.
I got us a way home, like actual home, but I don't have the mana for it at the moment.
There's enough vampiric glaives for everybody to grab one, but you might want to keep that the keep from collapsing in on itself, especially if you're planning on sleeping there.
True.
Yeah.
But I suppose if you put up a tiny hut, you'll be fine, because even if the tower comes down, it can't penetrate the tiny hut. You might just have to dig your way out of the rubble afterwards.
Blood Dancer will put up a tiny hut, and Danger Noodle will be slightly upset she can't cast a magnificent mansion.
Yeah. The wall that you cast it on might not exist when you get back up.
Yes, that's why she's upset. She shrinks back down on top of the guy's head, which the party have kind of accepted in, and gently pats him on the head.
Are you adopting this NPC, or is somebody gonna murder him in the night after you've got all your answers?
Danger Noodle's going to adopt him and ask them, "Hey, please don't kill this guy. I kind of want to keep him."
Why? What are you keeping me for?
Don't worry. I'm not gonna kill you.
What are you gonna do to me?
I'm just gonna give you a second chance, is all.
Second chance at what?
He was a source.
A what? I heard we're gonna use you as a source. Like, you know,
Sauce?
Food.
I'm not-
None of us eat people.
Danger Noodle just looks to Keezer and goes, I'm a vegetarian, I don't eat people.
send him down the mountain. Establish a true order of Hellsingers that uses radiant energy, not necrotic.
Wait, what's your name?
Kevin.
Insight? To make sure this is a Kevin.
Yeah, roll it.
I gotta be thorough because timeline stuff.
Yeah. Yeah, not 20. Yeah, so, okay. So, his name is Kevin, but the reason why he was nervous answering you is because he's not sure what you're going to do with his name. He's scared of you guys, and he doesn't know now that if you're going to have some kind of control over him, because he's heard stories about people losing their names or being mind controlled after giving their name and stuff.
Understandable. Fae do take names, but don't worry, Kevin, I'm not going to do that to you.
You don't know what Nightwatch.
Oh, right,
determined.
sorry, my apologies.
That's Nightwatch's check.
Sorry about that.
That's a good choice of name.
Thank you.
Thank goodness you are not Jim.
No, my name's not Jim. Kevin is a family name, actually. Like, every boy in each generation, at least one of us is called Kevin.
Nice.
Yeah.
Always good to have family traditions. And as he says that, he's going to send the message that I did in text to Nightwatch.
The mentally to Nightwatch. Is it just me, or is she getting more and more evil?
About Keezer.
In reference to Keezer? Yeah.
Yeah. He's getting really concerned because she was fine at the beginning, but now she's getting...
I am an angel of death, a reaper of souls. The wicked must be purged from the land. Yeah.
And this is kind of what we're going against, so...
Yeah. Yeah, Nightwatch agrees.
Yeah. No offense to you, Kiza.
I'm not evil. I was just drawn that way.
Yeah. Out of character. I mean, no offense. You're playing your character as they should.
No offense? A fence made
No.
I thought he built arcs, not fences.
Ha ha ha. So anyway, you've set up a tiny hut. You can get a long rest while all hell breaks loose around you. You see shadow creatures of all kinds. Just absolutely handing the Hellsingers their asses, which is interesting because the way that they had pitched themselves, you'd think that they would be veterans at dealing with this sort of threat. But yeah.
So they say they do it in practice, but in reality they're
Poses.
not. Yeah. Okay.
It
I mean,
may have had something to do with the fact that they didn't have to before.
yeah.
There may have been There might have been somebody in the fortress that made some sort of pact with the darkness to, keep everyone safe.
Danger Noodle was a little bit annoyed at Kiza.
I think
That's mostly because he's a dragon and he tried telling her what to do.
Yeah. Anyway, let's put a pin in it. Get your long rest, hit points, spell slots, all of that shebang. And we'll pick it up from here next time we play.
Yeehaw!
Yeehaw, indeed. Alright, so those of you who have been listening, I hope you enjoyed yourselves and that you stay tuned for the next thrilling episode. Like and subscribe so that you get notifications. Click the bell, all that good shit. There are a couple of links in the description, and you can click on them if you wish. And in the meantime, no matter what role you play,
have a good game.